More breaking news coming in even as the controversy rages on with reports that Lashkar agents were approaching Muzaffarnagar riot victims. Police have swooped down on two men who were distributing money in relief camps. Police sources have told Headlines today that these men were people running the relief camps. They have not been arrested, but their bank accounts are being checked as we speak. Now, they have been allegedly taking money from some unidentified source and distributing it to the victims. Now, this in fact continues, remember, as there is a massive controversy surrounding these Muzaffarnagar riot victims who allegedly deposed before the Delhi police earlier and claimed that the LET, agents from the LET were in fact recruiting victims in these relief camps after they were hit by the Muzaffarnagar riots. And more information in fact coming in that the police is in fact probing the bank accounts of some men who were allegedly taking money and in fact distributing it they were taking money from an unidentified source and distributing it among the victims of the relief camps in Muzaffarnagar. Sources exclusively telling Headlines today that these men were people running the relief camps. Pankaj Upadhyay, our correspondent, joining us in the phone line with more details. Pankaj, now another controversy surrounding these Muzaffarnagar riot victims. The police probing the bank accounts of these men who were allegedly distributing money amongst the riot victims.
Yes, we're getting you this exclusive piece of information. Police sources tell us that two Sanchalaks in relief camps in the Shamli district are under the scanner for accepting money in their bank accounts from unidentified and suspicious sources. Now, these two suspects do not have any funds, nor are they running any NGOs. So, under what authority were they accepting money, and how were they distributing this money to the relief victims is a big question. As of now, these two suspects have not been arrested, but this has raised several questions in the wake of the fact that now it has been clearly established that a LET module was also very operative in the area.
Right, Pankaj, so what are your sources telling you? Is there a link that is being drawn between these two LET agents that have in fact been trying to recruit these Muzaffarnagar riot victims, and between these two men that are also who are allegedly being distributing money among these victims?
Sanjana, early days, the police investigation is still on, but then we have also learned through our reliable sources that the activeness of the LET module had started months before the Jad Muslim riots broke out in Muzaffarnagar and the Shamli district. The riots only gave an impetus to these elements to recruit and brainwash the vulnerable minds. We have also been told that the promise of a good lifestyle and providing money to the family was the chief lure that was given to the youngsters of Muzaffarnagar and the Shamli district. While two youngsters have managed to muster courage and depose in front of the police and record their statements, we are also hearing through our sources that there are many youngsters who were contacted by the Lashkar module, but till now they have not been able to muster courage and reach up to the police and record their statements.
Right, Pankaj, stay with us, delving more into that story. So remember, sources have told Headlines today that the riot victims in Muzaffarnagar were approached by the members of the Lashkar-e-Taiba. Two men were arrested last month on suspicion of approaching these riot victims in Muzaffarnagar camps on behalf of the terrorist organization. And my correspondent Pankaj Upadhyay is still with us. Pankaj, if you can actually, you have the exclusive details. The exclusive details are with Headlines today as to how this modus operandi was actually functioning. If you can just really shed light on that and tell us what the LET plan was.
Sanjana, what we have been able to gather as of now is that two imams who have already been arrested and a LET operator who is on the run right now were tasked with this very move that they need to brainwash and recruit the vulnerable minds in Muzaffarnagar and the Shamli district. Mind you, as I said, this happened much before the riots broke out. So the LET module was very active in Muzaffarnagar and the Shamli district. The reason is yet not known. Were the two imams who have been arrested, were they playing an active role even before the riots broke out? For how long were they in touch with the LET? That is yet not known. Police is not revealing much details at this point of time. But then, this newest case that the Sanchalaks of many relief camps were perhaps in touch with the LET operatives, this has raised a completely new ground of investigation. As I said, police is not revealing much, but then the big question that has come up is under what authority, since they were not running any NGO, since they were not running any trust, under what authority were they accepting this money? Police is not revealing where that money was coming from. All they had to say was unidentified and suspicious sources. So perhaps the hours to come will reveal more details and there will be a more clarity on what's happening on ground zero.
Absolutely, Pankaj Upadhyay, our correspondent live from Muzaffarnagar, giving us the details as it in fact unfolds. Our correspondent Vijay Kao is also joining us now. Vijay, before I come across to you, let's just actually listen into the bite from Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, when he in fact alleged back in October from Indore that an intelligence officer had in fact informed him of the LET's plans to recruit victims from the Muzaffarnagar relief camps.
मुजफ्फरनगर में जो आग लगी है, ऐसे 10-15 लड़के हैं, मुसलमान लड़के हैं, जिनके भाई बहनों को मारा गया है और पाकिस्तान से लोग उनसे बात करना शुरू कर रहे हैं। पाकिस्तान की इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसी के लोग उन लड़कों से बात करना शुरू कर रहे हैं और मैं उन बच्चों से बात कर रहा हूं, उनको कह रहा हूं, इनकी बातों में मत आओ।
And our correspondent Vijay Kao still with us. Vijay, this definitely going to become a political hot potato, because first there was politics over the deaths in Muzaffarnagar, then the dismal conditions in these relief camps and the apathy that was in fact been shown by the Akhilesh government, and now LET's devious plot in fact being exposed, and Rahul Gandhi's comments actually that he in fact made in October. It's definitely going to blow up in a big proportion in a big way politically.
Exactly, Sanjana. It is going to blow up in a big way. Even last time in October, when Rahul Gandhi had previously made this comment at a rally in Indore, even at that time, there was huge political furor that followed his comments. And even now, what the Delhi Police Special Cell and investigating agencies have revealed will only reinforce what Rahul Gandhi had then said. Now, what the sources in the police are also saying that they had intercepted a few calls which were made by a Lashkar commander based in Pakistan, Sanjana, and these calls were made to two people, apparently teachers in the Mewat area, which is on the outskirts of Gurgaon in Haryana. Now, these were the calls that were intercepted, and because of which these calls led the Delhi Police Special Cell officials to these two people who were indeed apprehended a few months back. Now, after that, the Delhi Police carried out a detailed interrogation of these two people, and from that interrogation, it was actually revealed that how Lashkar is trying to influence the minds of youngsters who have been hit by the riots in Muzaffarnagar, how they were trying to brainwash them and in turn use them for their own nefarious designs and plans. So now the Delhi Police Special Cell had also called a few people from Muzaffarnagar. They had questioned these people over the past few days, and now the Special Cell sources say that these alleged two operatives who were nabbed, and then more people who were called in from Muzaffarnagar, they are constantly being questioned, they are being brought face to face, things are being corroborated, and they expect to make a breakthrough in a few days from now. Sanjana, back to you.
Vijay, thank you for bringing us those details of how this LET's plot in fact is unfolding. Meanwhile, let's just listen into some of the political reactions that have come in after this information has come to the fore.